struggle against cavalry. On the other side, we have Kermit also bringing one time Varang, bringing 3 times Flames, and going with a lot more Failings. No more those. If I counted, I see 3 on the bottom and 3 in the middle, 4 on the top. So we get 10 times Failings for Kermit. We get some cavalry with the Yanyudaos, with some Dagger X and Couturiers, but not too much. So I feel like LeftoverSmurfs could be good with the cavalry they picked. We also got 4 times Cocos, and of course we are loading into the match right now, so we can't see anymore. But I feel like we covered almost everything here on both sides. We get a ton of specials on the side of the defense. We got not too much cavalry there. Rest feels like anti-cav and infantry, and on the attack we're lacking anti-cav, but against that few cavalry from the defense, I feel like it should be good here. No sellout probably with no cavalry, and LeftoverSmurfs starting off with Couturiers here with Modao straight to the supply point. But as we already know, there is no sellout coming. Kermit just sending units back and staying on the walls with the heroes. Cannons being used here already from Kermit to LeftoverSmurfs, trying to get rid of as many units of the attack as possible. One cannon already aiming for the Arbalest, being hidden in the back. They might even get some of those, as those shots are getting quite close to the Arbalests. Shields and Spears on the bottom, looking to destroy the cannons. Also, Attackers Artillery helping with that. And in a few seconds, the last 2 cannons on the walls should be destroyed. One longsword already on the ladder, but he will be kicked down. And like that, second ladder probably going down as well. Cannons still there. Quite interesting to see those 2 cannons still being up after that long time. One more cannon shot to the left cannon. Shield and Spear finishing it off, and the right cannon should fall in a few seconds as well, as the middle and the right siege tower are about to land on the walls here. Left one will take some more seconds, but we should land also in a few seconds. Defense, Kermit should fall back in a few seconds. After that, they could be caught off guard here, but I feel like LeftoverSmurfs are not looking for any rushes here on the walls. They are picking new units and are ready to go to the walls in a few seconds. Last cannon destroyed now, finally, from Dachi on the bottom. Middle tower mounted as well, and the left hand one also in a few seconds. Defense, Kermit, they are just grouped fully at the supply point. What is the plan here? Kermit are just staying there. They are roaming around a bit. The ranks are set up on C. But in the end, it feels like almost everyone is still on the supply point. And I could just imagine they are just waiting to see where LeftoverSmurfs are going, and are heading to that direction as soon as they know where the attack is coming from. LeftoverSmurfs, I can see so many sealets here on the outer supply point. What are they planning to do? They are just shooting their own sealets to get them ready. That's the plan. There we go. 5 times sealets being charged up, and those will have a massive impact in the first fight. Oh my god. Here we go. Sealets. Mass sealets. I think that's the first time we see the really mass sealets being used here. And I mean, being charged up, that's so massive for them. All those sealets in there surviving the cannon shots and then being charged up. They just have to be careful here. 2 times the cannons on the sealets. That could be dangerous here. I can't imagine they are all surviving that. Are they? Probably. They're probably all still alive. And oh, we lost one Sealet from Instinct Kagan. We lost one Sealet from Narvent. Did we lose more? And we lost one Sealet from Lazy J. So I think that trade is okay. You are losing some, which seems painful, but in the end, probably the value gain from that strat is so much more of value than losing 3 of your 125 Sealets. So should be fine here, as LeftoverSmurfs are heading to the left-hand side. Oh, shields and spears in the front here. Sergeants with the spear with them. And defense Kermit falling back slowly here. Trap into a curious position. I think that one was a misplace. I can't imagine that one was on purpose like that. Trap. It just didn't hit anything. I felt like it just hit the own units on top of the tower on the right side. But probably they are fine as well. Kermit still lurking around that supply point and still waiting for the direction the attack is coming from, as LeftoverSmurfs still 1 unit of Sealets on the outer supply point. What are they doing? What exactly is the plan here? LeftoverSmurfs, it feels like they are not really willing to go in yet. I mean, 8 minutes left is good. They're just still scouting and figuring out where to go. Longbow, musket, and 2 times shield and spear from the defense, just throwing at those Cocos, trying their best to get some damage in, and it feels like that was already plenty of damage here dealt to the units that are heading straight to the tower right now. Shields, sergeants with spear heading down the stairs, and the follow-up with the Cocos in the front. Usually we don't see Cocos in the front. Shield, sergeants with a spear in the front, being supported by the Sealets now. Barang in the back, and the trap onto the staircase. Will the trap be good? We will see. Cocos fully wiped by the trap. That one was massive here. Infantry going in. Cocos from the attack still on top, throwing in cavalry though from the defense, going in around the corner. I think those dagger eggs could just come from the back in a few seconds, and that fight looks like a clean defense win. But trap probably won't change anything. A B point still secured. Cavalry going in here. Daus finishing the job. And now I feel like B point is still under quite some danger. Supply point, of course, as well. At B point, there you go. On the minimap, you can see some forces here. B points, quite some units here. The Paladins, I think it is, fighting against the Sergeants with the Spear. Sealets also ready there, fighting against the Sergeants with the Spear. And the Modaus in the back, braced to protect from the flanks. Trap being put on their own units, but of course Paladins being pulled back before the trap hits. Trap going in, hitting more own units than enemy units. The Phalanx is in quite some danger. Trap, oh, the trap just didn't quite hit there. Modaus not in position, in the right position at least. Phalanx still there. Sergeants with spear supporting the own Phalanx. Trap going in, but there's more to come. But from both sides, cavalry from the attack, breaking through Modaus. It feels like those Modaus compared with the Paladins are doing such a great job. But oh my goodness, look at the Phalanx just stopping the Couturiers from doing anything. Rat and Pikemen from the attack, still going in further. Cavalry once again going through. Flames from the defense, not the best ability from those, and it feels like that B point, even though there is still one hero from the attack, is being wiped by the defense. But look at this, more and more coming from the attack, and oh my goodness, can Kermit hold on to that point? Can they do it? The trap, once again, same position. That trap is just massive every single time. Look at this, just hitting straight into the units, but cavalry going straight into the Modals. Cavalry from the defense, from the attack also coming in. Arbalests in the back to support. Poleaxe being jumped, but there's more from the attack. More heroes wiping the Arbalests. That's just constant fighting. The rank archers now on the top, finishing the job here, getting rid of the last remaining units on the point. But there is more. Kermit committing and committing more and more units. 4 minutes 12 seconds. Kermit down 140 units, and they are being pushed here once again. So much phalanx from Kermit, but is the phalanx strong enough currently to fight against those Modals and the sergeants with spear? They got 1 unit of sergeants with spear on their own. Some Cutiliers, some condos coming in again, and that trap, look at the trap. Yanudos from the back door, but the trap is massive, just wiping the full phalanx units. I think 2 or 3 of them being dealt with. Beautiful trap here. I don't know who it was, but that one was massive. But look at this, Kermit still fighting back. 3 minutes 30 left, still on the B point, still on the C point. And they are slowly regaining ground here against LeftoverSmurfs attacking forces. That's a unit of Grey Pikes, I think. It feels like that's Grey Pikes. Or is it the green ones? I have no idea which ones it is, to be honest. It might be the greens. I think the grey ones can't brace like that one. Supply point still blocked from LeftoverSmurfs. And the unit trade... Ooh, that one is quite close here. You have a lead of 90 tier 5 units for Kermit, but then you got the lead of 100 tier 3 and 50 tier 4 units for LeftoverSmurfs. So still everything on the board here. Anything could go right or wrong for those teams right now. More Zealots coming in. Those Zealots feel like they are charged up, and to be honest, I don't know how they look like when they are charged up, but look at those Zealots just shining bright like diamonds. They have to be charged up. They will probably go in a few seconds. Chainlad on the top fighting against the musket, pushing it down. Pike trying to support it, but supply point on the top once again in the hands of LeftoverSmurfs. The rank archers now spread across the walls. Will be shooting in a few seconds from a good angle into the back of the B point defense, and that attack is going straight through this gate. Perfect, here we go. The LeftoverSmurfs attack. Sergeants with spear in the front, the rest behind it. I still see flames, and those could be crucial. Cocos and flames. Cocos from LeftoverSmurfs have to get into position to counter the flames from Kermit. Kermit are there on 2 different angles. LeftoverSmurfs going in very narrow entrance. The shields from LeftoverSmurfs going to both sides. I love this, but the infantry has to decide to go to B. That's the only direction you can go right now. Cavalry went in. Kermit with the cavalry. Next unit going in. Yanudaos from LeftoverSmurfs going in. Supply point in the inner city is being captured as well. Meanwhile, and that fight is the crucial one. 1 minute and 2 seconds left. Flames from both sides. Still alive? Nope, never mind. Kermit's flames are dead now, but flank is coming in. Cocos from Kermit now into the back. Will they get the flames off LeftoverSmurfs? I still see one flame not burning here, but that's the last one remaining, and LeftoverSmurfs are fighting for their life. C point being captured, 40 seconds left. Phalanx going in from the back. The rank archers being put in aggressively here, and that's just one by one fighting here. Everyone free for all here on that point. Red versus blue, but it feels like Kermit just has to have this. They have 21 more seconds to defend it. 21 more seconds for LeftoverSmurfs to get those points. 15 seconds. It would only take a few seconds, but look at this. That point is just fully secured here. 9 more seconds. No chance to get the defenders off it. Kermit will take this round. Rat and Pikeman to finish it off. And there we go. Kermit saving their day with the first victory here, and that was massive here. Beautiful defense. Kermit on B and C. Just constant fighting. We will probably see it in the post-battle analysis after we go through this leaderboard. And what a match here. Beautiful. But with almost 200 unit kills, 2 hero kills, and 1.8k troop kill score here. Deserved MVP for LeftoverSmurfs. He got 72 phalanx units and 21 sealets. Massive impact from him. Sadly, not enough here. And then most heroes killed on his side is B-Melly and Zegnur. I mean, B-Melly was second in the heroes killed, so 4 more to that chain that here. And Zegnur in the bottom. 4 hero kills also for him. On the other side, Kermit, MVP, Solyang, 7 hero kills, 147 unit kills. He got also a ton of hero kills already, 7 more to his name. And I mean, that's just a massive performance from him. With Grim also on 7 hero kills and Mercus Opsy on 6. They really stepped up for the team, killing the attacking heroes, and like that we can head it to the post-battle analysis and we'll probably see just constant fighting there. And there we go. We had 1 minute of silence. Interesting. And I mean, you can just see it here. First fight was great for the attack. They were able to fully wipe Kermit. LeftoverSmurfs taking control of the supply point and were able... Oh, I think they didn't take control of the supply point, did they? But they were able to get some good control over the B point there. But then they got wiped. You can see it, a bit high spike there from LeftoverSmurfs unit death count. And after that, quick reset for LeftoverSmurfs. They... to play. On the other side, I see just a ton of sealets. Once again, 2 times Varang archers, 1 unit of flames only. LeftoverSmurfs, not really a commitment to those flames, just more commitment to 3 times Cocos and of course some Cutiliers, Red and Pikemen, Wuxing Pikemen, and as anti-cav 4 times Modals. LeftoverSmurfs, identical setup as we've seen before. I feel like they've changed not a single unit, and I mean, you can do that, but if it didn't work before, you shouldn't do that. Even though, of course, we are now in the defense for LeftoverSmurfs. Everything is different now, and before it was really close, so I think it should be quite good. Still waiting to get in. Here we go. Cavalry, a ton of cavalry out, and a sally out from LeftoverSmurfs. I didn't expect that one to come at that amount of infantry. Trap straight to the gate, but a bit to the front, not hitting anything, not really well positioned there. And I mean, that's a sally out with a ton of infantry. What is going on here? Cutiliers, of course, mixed in there, but that's also some sergeants with spears, some Modaos in there. And that's just a full infantry, expansive sally out. We didn't see much of those yet. Look at that. Artillery from the attackers and artillery from the defense, trying to get as much value as possible. Infantry on the ground here, trying to protect each other. Cavalry trying to sneak around here. And the trap just massive in the middle of the defenders' units. They are just looking for the supply point. Supply point is still blocked. Cavalry from the side dealing with the condos. And that sally out is just shut down so quickly. Look at that. Kermit forming a perfect blob. Red and Pikemen charging into phalanx. Won't really have a chance fighting there. And oh my goodness, I feel like those phalanx are just so strong. And the Modals don't have a chance because of the range of Kermit's phalanx, because phalanx can just all the time stay out, outside of the range of the Modals and just have a good day there. Just stab and stab and stab, and the Modals will just wait till they die. Still, though, Sally out in making here, in ongoing. Kermit slowly taking control of the supply point. Phalanx really coming out on top here and dealing with all the remaining units and heroes from LeftoverSmurfs. Only 9 heroes left. I also saw 8 before. So not too much left here hero-wise from LeftoverSmurfs. Time, they got quite a good time here. 7 minutes 40 left. And the towers are just starting to push. But LeftoverSmurfs, they have to win this on A now. The unit difference is just too much. 1.5k against 1.27k. And as you can see here, 267 unit lead in tier 5 for Kermit. While the defense only has our 156 units lead in tier 4. And then 100 units lead in tier 3. But tier 2 already again in the favor of Kermit, so really hard for LeftoverSmurfs to do anything. But they are going out again! What the hell is happening? LeftoverSmurfs, they are just sending it straight out once again. 6 minutes 50 left, and oh my goodness. They are just vibing here. What are they doing? Kermit, they want the tower to land. They are just sending everything to that tower. And I feel like they are just sending everything to the gate. And they just want to go in through the gate. Tower still pushing. Defensive setup here next to the tower. They are just there. They just don't want to let go of this tower. Boosting pikemen in the back of the Phalanx. But that's just so much more Phalanx. And those cavalry units, they have a tough day, and everything else as well. You heroes on the tower, 6 minutes left, but that sally out, I don't see the purpose of that one here. But it feels like unit trade is still quite good. Trap though in a good position here. Kermit slowly taking control once again. Tower almost at the walls, but the pushing units are wiped. Heroes from LeftoverSmurfs have to fall back. 12 left. They just try to survive here at this moment, and I feel like those units of Phalanx, they are just working so well for Kermit, and LeftoverSmurfs, they have no answer to it. They have no answer to the range of those Phalanxes. A point will be taken in a few seconds, and LeftoverSmurfs, they have to fall back. Kermit in a good spot here to take this match, at least to take the A point right now. And after that, they are not facing too many more remaining units from LeftoverSmurfs. And here we go. We had a quick hero swap to get rid of the animations. And Kermit is pushing towards the B point. And oh my goodness, those sealets, they won't stand a chance here, being wiped quickly. And LeftoverSmurfs, 8 minutes 38 left. It feels like a desperate attempt to hold on to B and C. They can't fall back anymore. Trap going into a kind of default spot. Will it hit the sergeants with spear? Nope. At least some light at the horizon, but still not really the position you want to be in if you are LeftoverSmurfs. Hussars could change something, but I mean, against the Phalanx, once again, Phalanx will be so tough to deal with those Hussars. Paladins going in the sergeants with spears, sealets as well. That's a good vibe of that one unit. So at least something gained back, but the trap on the sergeants with spear, they are moving out of the trap, but there's more moving into the trap. Fuxing even turning around at the wrong timing, and that's once again some units dead on the ground. And what is Kermit preparing here? Some cocos and flames on the walls, and that's a slow push to the supply point. we go. Kermit fully setting up at that supply point. I don't see any units somewhere else. Maybe we have some units lurking at the B point, but I just see so many heroes and units here, so that should be a full supply point push. We see some shield mains and red and pikemen on the A point, so they will be probably going to the B point, but the rest will be heading straight to the supply point and try to get that one as quickly as possible to move on to B or C. LeftoverSmurfs, they are setting up, but I already see... oh no, that's Varang from LeftoverSmurfs. I thought those are Varangs from Kermit, but no, at least the Varangs are from LeftoverSmurfs, so they can force Kermit to make a move here. Kermit doesn't want to hold on to a point where they are constantly being shot at by Varang. The Sealets try to heal up on the supply. I think they can at least a bit, but the supply is blocked and that fight is going on. The flames, look at those flames just perfectly shot here. Flame wall going in. LeftoverSmurfs, they have to try their best, but the phalanx and the flames together, they are just so incredibly strong. LeftoverSmurfs being fully wiped here without any fight back. Shield mains won't stand a chance against that, and that's just such a beautiful attack from Kermit, going in with the flames and the phalanx on supply point, and like that they should be able to take that one. Unit trade almost double the units from Kermit, then on the side from LeftoverSmurfs will be double in a few seconds here. There we go. And like that, Kermit almost has it. They just need to wipe those remaining units here on the supply point, take the supply, go to C, go to N, and that's it. C point already being captured here. Some units in the back fighting for their lives, but they will be wiped quite quickly. One more hero to go. 3 heroes alive for the defense. Those won't make a difference. Musket being pushed here. Remaining units mostly tier 4, tier 3 and tier 2 for LeftoverSmurfs. Almost no tier 5 left. B point being pushed here. Halberd Elite will be wiped by the Yenudars, and the B point will be wiped as well. End point is the last point of hope for LeftoverSmurfs, but I'm not sure how much hope is left here. Only Smurfs left on the side, and I mean, what can those remaining Smurfs do against the Kermit force here? Oh my goodness. Blue versus green, it feels like here. Smurfs versus Kermit. But, I mean, it's blue versus red, of course, on your screen. LeftoverSmurfs making a move to that supply point on the bottom of your screen. Falling back again as they see there's nothing that you get. And I mean, they have to make a move at some point, because just sitting back and waiting won't change a thing. I feel like they are just struggling because they didn't have flames on their own. They are bringing now the 1 unit of flames they brought with them, and I mean, flames are just so important unit. You need to bring them, even though there are Cocos. You need to get those flames working at some point. Otherwise, just ban them away. Don't leave them open if you don't plan to play them. And that's just a beautiful trap, wiping a full unit of Cocos here. It feels like it's going worse and worse for Kermit. Cavalry charging straight through. Phalanx on the point. Flames as a frontline unit here, probably being pushed in a few seconds. Flames shooting in. Beautiful shot though from the Flames, but will it be enough? Probably not. Cavalry going in. Phalanx will be there, but no, the Hussars are just walking straight through. Beautiful Hussars charge and the Dagger X charge. Cavalry though from Kermit going in, but that fight, even though it won't change the outcome of the whole match, because we are at the 700 versus 170 units mark, that fight from LeftoverSmurfs was beautiful to watch here. They had the Flames, they had the infantry, and then the Hussars charge and the Dagger X charge. That's how you want to see LeftoverSmurfs play. That's how they usually play. And I don't know why they don't play like this all the time. You can see the exploding arrows here from the top. Look at this beauty. The green archers, just such a massive range here. And now they will go to the end point. Almost nothing left from LeftoverSmurfs. They had their last stand used here. And oh my goodness, those archers are so satisfying. Oh my goodness. Remaining units from LeftoverSmurfs grouped on the point. It's only 3 left and some heroes. Kermit now making a move. They just want to finish this one here, and after that just have a clean 2-0 victory. Oh my goodness, that's just almost nothing left here from LeftoverSmurfs. 7 minutes 20 left. That's also not possible to body block. And that's just an all-in from Kermit. Here we go. Kermit willing to take this one home. Phalanx on the point, stopping anything. Cavalry from the other side. Then some archer shots from the longbow. And that's just pure slaughter here. Anything that enters the point is wiped in seconds. Phalanx braced on it in V mode, so they turn around. The heroes from LeftoverSmurfs wiped in seconds. Half the point captured. Only 10 seconds to go. Here we go. Longsword just wiped before it even comes close to the point. 5 more seconds to go, and that is it. Kermit takes the victory. 2-0 clean sweep here. Silent Warrior MVP for Kermit with 11 hero kills, 118 unit kills. Massive game from him, but he doesn't even have the most heroes killed because it's Grim with 12 hero kills. What a performance there from those two. Also great team performance. Of course, we have tons of heroes on the 100 unit kills mark, so all of those also great match from those, and just a beautiful team performance. On the other side, LeftoverSmurfs with Judas Vox on the MVP and I think the MVS or the MVO, I'm not sure, it's the MVS. Okay, there we go. 0 hero kills, 138 unit kills, and the most heroes killed on the side of LeftoverSmurfs is Shanks with 4, but in the end, that's just not enough hero kills. Let's head straight to the post-battle analysis, and we can break this one apart as well. There we go. First fight, first sally out, a bit in the favor of Kermit. Second sally out, even more in the favor of Kermit. And then the fight on the supply point at sea. Just a beautiful victory for Kermit. With the flames, with the Phalanx, no chance to fight back for LeftoverSmurfs. Last big fight was beautiful. I really see that one as a victory for LeftoverSmurfs, but it was just too little, too late, and Kermit was just able to take this one home. Heroes killed 55-13. Oh my goodness, that's just so massive, and I like that. I would say we can just once again head to a short break around 7 minutes here until we load into the next lobby. And I mean, after this, what do we have for us? I just quickly need to check. We have as the next match Rough Justice versus Bandits. Bandits in the attack, and of course on the Dasuo 4. So once again, a beautiful match. Stay tuned in, and